Guys, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a 1 hour transformation. So I am putting on concealer. This is the Flower Beauty concealer and I'm applying it and then blending it out. I did go a little bit heavy-handed with it. You know those days where you just like put more and more product? That's kind of what was happening to me this day. So yeah, ignore that. But then I'm going in with the Elcie Cosmetics Minimalist palette and applying the cream eyeshadow all over the lid. And now I'm going in with my bronzer and using that as a transitional tone in the crease. I absolutely love using bronzer in the crease because it's just the perfect way to tie everything in once you apply the bronzer to your face. Then going back to the Minimalist palette and applying the cooler tone kind of brown into the crease and layering that up to a nice kind of medium depth. I didn't want it to be too dark, so then I went back in with the bronzer and just applied a little more and kind of went back and forth just to add a really nice kind of blend. And then I'm going back into that same palette, which I love. This palette is so perfect. It has literally the most perfect colors in it. And I'm applying the cream shadow onto my brow bone. This is a great trick if you feel like you went a little too high with your eyeshadow. Applying a little cream kind of matte color on the brow bone will help push that down and also just brighten up the brow bone. And then I'm going in with my highlight and applying that onto the lids. Again, using products that you're going to use on your skin, on your eyes is a really beautiful way to tie everything in and make it all look very seamless. And then I'm going to go in with a black Kohl liner and I'm going to line the upper lash line and wing it out ever so slightly. I'm going in with a very creamy pencil because we are going to be buffing this out, and when your pencil is nice and creamy, it's very easy to maneuver it, so it's perfect for this. And I just kind of went ahead and very lightly kind of buffed it, blended it out so that it's nice and smooth and kind of diffused and not too harsh. And then I set it with a black eyeshadow from that same Minimalist palette. That just makes it very dark and it also sets that creamy pencil in place so it doesn't move anywhere and it lasts all day long. When you layer products like this, they really tend to last really long and beautifully and stay put. And I did the same thing on the other eye and basically winged it out a little bit and again set it with that black eyeshadow. It really makes the lash line really nice and dark, in which you do want that because then your lashes look fuller when your lash line is nice and dark. And then I cleaned up the under eye and the wing with a wipey, and now I'm priming the face mostly in the center where I get kind of bigger pores. And then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, which I do have a review up on my channel of it. This foundation is oh la 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 la. That's what I'm gonna say, but if you want to know exactly how I feel, go check that review out. I go in depth about this foundation. And so I applied a nice thin layer of that, and now I'm going in with the Kat Von D Tattoo Concealer, I believe it's called, and I'm applying that to my really big spots, the really red kind of acne that I have, basically because I wanted to keep the skin as light as possible, and I wanted to keep the products to a minimal to keep my skin looking really fresh. Obviously I need a lot of coverage, so that's why I went in with a thin layer of foundation and then spot concealing, because that just makes it a lot lighter and the foundation looks a lot more natural. And then I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm doing the whole shebang, you know, putting a little bit in the center of the face, under the eyes of course, also a little on the sides of the mouth and in the center, just to really brighten everything up. This is a really great technique to just give you that very flawless effect. I actually, you know, I used to do this a lot when I first started watching YouTube, and now I don't even really wear concealer. It's funny, I'm only 23, but like I like less is more when it comes to my face makeup, and I just have discovered that as I've been getting older. And then I'm gonna go in with powder, and this powder, the Becca Hydra Mist, is incredible. This is like a powder that looks so smooth and silky. It does not look like a powder, but it just gives you that perfect silky finish, and it's very hydrating and cooling on the face. It's honestly incredible. I highly recommend it if you don't like a powder but you want to set your foundation for the longevity. And then I'm going in with bronzer, bronzing my cheekbones, my forehead, under the jawline, and a little bit on the sides of my nose, just to tie everything in really nicely. Also using the bronzer on a little pencil brush under the lower lash line, like on the bottom there, and smoking that out, kind of just creating a really nice, soft, diffused smokiness. And then I was struggling with this pencil, but this is the Rimmel Nude pencil, and I'm applying that in the waterline. This is amazing for that very dolly-eyed effect, and I've used this pencil for years. This was like the very first pencil that I ever had, and I remember being obsessed with it, and I still am. It's such a great pencil. Rimmel, you did it, and it's very affordable. And then I went in with the Pretty Vulgar blush. This blush is my favorite. I applied it on my cheeks, but then a little bit everywhere, and diffused it with my sponge. Great technique if you feel like you went a little overboard, and also just to like buff it in. And then I'm going in with my highlighter, which is the Pure Nude Essence highlight, my favorite. I kind of drown my face in it. I put a little bit of it everywhere, girl. I love this stuff. It is so good. It's like very glow from within. It doesn't have that like stark crazy highlight. It's so soft, so even on my textured skin it looks good. I'm applying it also on the brow bone and in the inner corners, again to just lift everything, brighten it up. And doing my brows. This is the only product I've been using on my brows for a while, so I'm just gonna tell you guys real quick. It is the Maybelline Brow Drama. It's literally a tinted brow gel that makes your eyebrows stay all day, and it's my favorite. And then I'm gonna go back into the Minimalist palette and apply a little bit of that cool tone brown that we applied in the crease on the lower lash line, really tightly against the lash line, just to add a little more depth. I don't want this to be smoky. I want it to be quite nice and thin, just again to emphasize the eyes and create that very dolly-eyed effect. And then I'm going in with my mascara. This is the Tarte mascara, and it's so bomb. It really makes your lashes so long. And then to amp this look up and take it to that 1 hour transformation status, I went in with individual lashes and applied mediums on the outer corner and then a few small in the inner corner. These are my favorite for just creating the perfect lashes, because you can really customize them. Also, they're just so, I just think they're like the most beautiful. They look very natural. You can make them look dramatic. They wear beautifully. They look beautiful and fluffy, and they're just my favorite. They're a struggle in the beginning, but once you get it down, it's really easy. And then I'm going to go in and line my lips. I'm using this Steve Laurent pencil, which is really nice because it's kind of like a contour shade, and I'm buffing it in with a little Q-tip. This just ensures that your lipstick will fade and last really nicely. And then I'm going in with a Becca lipstick, which is this beautiful peachy tone, and blending it in, and that is it, you guys. This is the look. I love this lipstick. Look at that color. It's so pretty. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!